Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. If you have not done it already, please click the subscribe button. Follow me across all my social media platforms. Links are in the description box below. I really appreciate some of the warm kind messages that you guys have sent me via Instagram, Twitter, etc. Of course, for those of you guys who don't know, yesterday, which was the 20th of July, I celebrated a 5-year anniversary of me being diagnosed with cancer. Luckily, you know, in God's grace, I was able to overcome that hurdle. I was able to, you know, get the all clear a couple of years ago. And this was a 5-year anniversary. For those of you guys who don't know, like in the UK, we have like a 5-year remission. Maybe that was just my version of remission. Maybe other people's is longer, but I was given a 5-year remission, and that's where they watch you and they make sure that, you know, things don't come back. And like at the beginning, I thought, right, like, would I even make 5 years? It's a bad idea. But like the fact that I'm still here, the fact that I'm still like walking, talking, like I'm able to do some of the most smallest of things, it's really humbling as well, and I'm really grateful for it. So thank you for all the messages out there, messages that you guys have sent to me. I really appreciate it, and I'm really warmed to some of the like kind words and things that you guys have mentioned. So I really appreciate it, and thank you very much for you guys as well. Back to boxing. Tyson Fury has Deontay Wilder 3, a closer look. Now for me, I weren't gonna watch this fight here. As I think I mentioned it in the reaction video with regards to the press conference, I weren't gonna watch that video. I weren't gonna watch that fight in particular. However, Frank Warren, he's only gone and done it, yeah? He's decided to put Lyndon Arthur and Anthony Yarde on the same bill. And for me, I was just like, rotted, yeah? Like, now you're forcing my hand. Now I have to watch it. I ain't got a choice now, because I'm a huge Anthony Yarde fan, and I really want him to win that fight in particular. Nothing really against Lyndon Arthur for me. I'm just like a pro Anthony Yarde fan, and like, it's like the fact that if you had picked any of these fighters, like let's just say, I don't know, give random examples. Now I'm not gonna give you random examples because some of the fighters I might watch, yeah. But if he was one of his other fighters, I probably might not have watched it. I probably might not have watched it. Unless it's with a sick fighter, probably might not have watched it. But Anthony Yarde, listen, Frank, I ain't gonna lie. You're pulling my leg. You're literally right now. You're forcing my hand, and you know, like now I have to watch it. I have to stay up and watch this fight October the 9th. Here we come. Might as well promote the fight as well, because Anthony Yarde is on this bill, and I really think that he could win this fight. Anyway, Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Yeah, you guys are reminding me. Anyway, they'll probably touch upon this in this video. This is a motive video. Shout out motive video. You guys do amazing content. Okay, I've reacted to a couple of your stuff before, and this will be your latest video that you guys have dropped. So much love to you guys. Closer look, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder 3. Let's get cracking.
How do you see this third fight playing out?
Bring our fighters out onto the stage. We'll begin with the challenger.
Fight fans, welcome back.
It'd be like getting run over by an 18-wheeler. Won't be pretty.
February 2020 in Las Vegas. A clash of heavyweight proportions between two of boxing's biggest names.
Tyson Fury did something that had never been done before, and that he bullied Deontay Wilder.
Completely out of ideas already.
The conclusion was epic.
He's gone! He's gone, I tell you what!
Now, they do it all over again.
Fire should fight with fire. Deontay Wilder has to go right at Tyson Fury.
An unpredictable Alabama banger, insanely driven to reclaim what he believes was taken from him.
Deontay Wilder! I want you next, bomb!
A British boxer with superior size and street smarts who knows how to get the job done.
I don't care about all undisputed belts and all that stuff being remembered. I care about smashing people's faces in who's in front of me.
The quest to crown an undisputed champion draws closer. But are fans about to witness another unforeseen twist in the heavyweight narrative?
Deontay Wilder eventually at some point will land the right hand.
We take a closer look as Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder go to war third time around.
That's pay-per-view!
Welcome to a Motivedia presentation.
It's more than just vengeance. It's much more than that.
It's only heart and determination that get me through these fights. So I thought if I'm this good and I'm still undefeated and I'm not training properly, jogging half a mile down the road eating a load of junk, imagine how good I'm going to be if I train properly, eat properly and sleep right.
When it comes to a shootout, it's hard to look past the abilities of Tyson Fury.
Yes and no. I'm not a nutritionist, but from what I'm hearing, if you eat bad as an athlete, let's just say for the first 5 years of your career, and then you eat good for the second half of your career, or second 5 years of your career, for example, that the second half of your career would be the residual effect from the first half would be shown in the second half. You won't be reaching your full maximum potential. Now, I'm not sure whether that's a huge hindrance for Tyson Fury in particular. In his circumstance, potentially not, but it's going to catch up in the end eventually. From the drinking and all of that cocaine abuse, etc., it's going to take his toll. Whether it's in his next fight, next couple of fights, 5 years time, 10 years, it's going to take his toll eventually. It's whether he can leave a legacy and still be undefeated against top level contenders before that takes a toll. You know what I mean there, but let's get cracking.
Maybe this isn't the soft puncher he thought it was.
In a close first fight with Wilder, Fury showed his immense talent by boxing successfully at range.
A shake of the head from Wilder, as much as to say, what is this in there against me?
12th round of the first fight,
Yes.
we had Wilder on his heels, and he realized, okay, this is how you fight this guy.
Yeah.
You go after him.
The eventual draw set up an intriguing rematch, which Tyson dominated.
Do you think you've been making a mistake to stand in front of him, trying to rely more on power and looking?
Maybe he's going to be aggressive, maybe he's not.
If Tyson goes there trying to knock him out, I think it's a dangerous tactic. It's crazy.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. He's going to get bullied to death and stopped in about 8 or 9 rounds.
On that night, the new WBC champion was imperious, sending out a strong statement that he is indeed the world's #1.
The king has returned to the top of the pro.
Eating my words here, I'm witnessing a British boxing great right there. I knew he was brilliant. I didn't know he could do that.
Tyson Fury, credit for nothing short of sheer brilliance. You see the way he moves, he's fluid, he's agile, so he neutralizes everything that Deontay Wilder wants to do. He neutralizes.
This guy is the guy, bro. This guy is the guy. Listen, if you want any guy to talk you up or promote you in the front of the media, it's this guy, bro. Yeah, I don't know his name. Yeah, but he's got like a wham jawline, yeah, a hench chest, and this guy is the guy. Anyway, yeah, let's get cracking.
That one-sided affair led to a collective sigh among many of the boxing faithful when the third fight was confirmed. However, Wilder's contract claim was valid and legally enforced.
What I will say is that the position coming from Team Wilder throughout has been they want the Fury fight.
Undeterred, the strong fight favorite has labeled his relentless foe a sucker for punishment.
Heard it all before, to be fair. Said all this last time. Decapitation and bloodshed and all that.
And that was in the press conference. And for me, that was a very good press conference from Deontay Wilder's perspective. I was 50-50 because I was thinking he gave so much vim in the past that he has to say something, but at the same token, I also believe that his tactic of putting headphones in and blocking out the noise and just letting Deontay Wilder be that kid that baby that just or not that baby, but like that small child that just complaining for the sake of complaining, just let it cry it out and tire themselves out, and then you can go in afterwards and then console them. I think he tried that tactic, and it was weird because he was talking so much with him about him earlier, but yeah, it's Deontay Wilder for you. Yeah, listen, he does what he wants. As always, let's go.
And we all know what went down there, so.
Though, despite his physical and mental supremacy, Fury is not infallible. Dropped early in his career by Nevin Pajcek and Steve Cunningham, Otto Wallin opened a monstrous cut in their 2019 clash.
I've never seen Tyson cut as bad as this before.
And the unheralded John McDermott caused no end of problems for the Brit. The Gypsy King can be got at. And if anyone could find a way past the puzzle, it is a ferocious finisher with the punching pedigree of Deontay Wilder.
Look, enough said. Time to cut off his head.
He's already made the mental adjustments to eat, sleep, and boxing. I have no doubt in my mind Deontay is going to become two-time heavyweight champion of the world, and I believe it's going to be by knockout.
Throughout this build-up, Wilder has displayed a more reserved persona.
Deontay Wilder!
Silence is golden for the usually loquacious challenger, who has chosen to let his fists do the talking.
Doing his little thing with his earphones on and doesn't want to answer any questions. That's up to him, but I'm here to promote a fight.
Doesn't want to engage in questions and things, but that's what you got to do. He's supposed to be up there trying to sell this fight, trying to make a case for why he's going to win the third fight.
But as the PBC linchpin insists, opponents must be perfect for the full 12 rounds, while he only has to be perfect for 2 seconds.
The tire he was wearing down. So once that point came about and I see my rings, I had my distance, bam, baby, good night.
Inspired and assured, no amount of money could persuade the Heyman client to step aside. More astute than often credited, there is more to the Bronze Bomber than brash, outrageous sound bites or crude windmill shots.
32 straight victories, all by knockout. And he goes down faster than a plate of Alabama barbecue. And that is it.
The equalizing overhand right hand is put paid to so many opponents.
The left hook, followed by the lethal right hand, a crushing combination.
Spilka, Stavern, Brazil, and Ortiz are just a few men to have sampled the full force.
Days after all that good work is laid out.
Deontay showed in the first Stavern fight that he has a good jab and sense of distance when required.
Shake of the head from Wilder, as much as say that all you've got, and now he's starting to pitch. Another big right hand from Wilder.
The fact that he knocked Fury down twice has instilled the belief that he can hurt and stop every opponent.
Look at Wilder, he'll come looking for him now.
An anxious referee may have extinguished the count in the first fight, and history would have been altered forever.
I think it's all over.
You can beat that battle to get back on your feet. I mean, that was courage.
Oh my goodness! Somehow Fury has managed to get up.
Knocked him out. He's the best heavyweight in the world, like Ali. Like Ali has certain similarities to him. One of them is he tells you what he's going to do, and he doesn't.
And when you feel 19 stone 18...
Max, yo, you, whoa, Max, yo, Max, relax yourself, Max, yeah, yo, whoa, Max.
He's going on the jaw, and you will feel it sooner or later. I'm not 40 years old like Luis Ortiz. When I get you going, I will jump on you, I'll get you out of there for sure. And everyone's going to say, how did he do that? And I'm going to say, you know what? I told you so.
Standing at 6 feet 9 inches.
32-year-old Fury's solid jab and reach advantage have played a big part in both previous encounters.
Oh, there's a jab!
Leaning his 6' 9" frame out of harm's way before smothering on the inside.
Put Wilder onto the back foot, and he starts well.
Able to turn southpaw when required, Fury used every ounce of his 270-pound mass to stalk, bully, and manhandle the Tuscaloosa man to head and body.
It's a big right hand now.
3 years older at 35, Wilder boasts a chilling 93% knockout ratio. Seeking additional rematch strength, unusual for a man who hovers around the lower end of the heavyweight spectrum, he entered the ring heavier than in the first Fury fight.
But nobody talked about the extra 17 pounds or whatever it was that Wilder put on. Nobody talked about that. Why did he put that weight on? Maybe because he dropped him twice in the first fight and he thought the extra weight would keep him down this time. Maybe.
That is what I was thinking.
Able to work on.
That was what I was thinking. The extra weight will knock him down stone cold out, but hold on.
Though unproven as a master technician at any level, Wilder's new coach Malik Scott will become an instant hit as a trainer if he can lead his charge to victory.
Deontay's going to do what he's going to do.
He's been doing everything I've asked him and told him to do.
Yeah, but like Mike Tyson said, everyone's got a game plan until they get punched in the mouth.
In the opposite corner, Sugar Hill implored his man to put the pressure on Deontay in the rematch rather than box off the back foot.
I mean, you're looking down the barrel of a gun regardless with Deontay Wilder. So what are you going to do? Not put up a fight? Give it your best shot. Knock out the man who's knocking everybody else out.
Single fight-ending bombs will not cut it for Wilder. Fury is a different animal from many of the lambs Deontay has sacrificed before. The renowned destroyer must cut the gap down at every opportunity by making Fury work, refusing to allow the range-finding jab to become a key weapon.
He needs to adopt some of these tools, bring it into there, but be your damn self. Come get him. And the more you let that right hand go, the better chances you got of catching Tyson Fury.
Fury must prepare for a revitalized version of his opponent, an adversary he has already mastered. The Manchester Warrior will be eager to repeat the trick once again and stop his foe even faster.
I don't believe he's mentally, physically, or emotionally involved in his fight. I think he's doing it for the wrong reasons. And when people do things for the wrong reasons, they always wind up getting hurt. Malik Scott's a notified loser. Deontay Wilder's a loser too, so you got a loser training a loser. Doesn't make for a good recipe, to be fair. Like I always say, if I'm any good, I'll win. If I'm no good, I'll lose. Simple.
Fire should fight with fire. Deontay Wilder has to go right at Tyson Fury, and he's tired of everybody.
This is a big moment in his career.
This is the biggest moment of his career.
However, for Tyson Fury, overlooking such a dangerous slugger would be a grave error. He must laser focus on Wilder and take his eyes off the long-term prize of Anthony Joshua and undisputed status.
And I believe that's the stage that Deontay's in right now, where he's demanding more out of himself. Yes, you drop bombs. Yes, you put people to sleep.
Wilder will keep pitching and rolling the dice until he can no longer stand. A man with seemingly nothing to lose brings great peril.
There's nothing Tyson can do that can get him off his game plan. It's only gonna make it worse for himself.
It's a classic boxer versus puncher experience between two unyielding professionals who refuse to accept defeat.
A 10-8 round for Wilder.
Tyson Fury knows that victory will further establish his position as a living legend among the boxing big men. Whilst for Deontay Wilder, one huge shot can quickly turn the entire division upside down.
It'll just be one straight right here.
Darling, without you, I'm a shadow.
Proper. Anyway, yeah. Boom. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you haven't done already, click the subscribe button. Like I said, follow me across all my social media platforms. Peace and prosperity, guys, and I'm gonna catch you guys in a bit. Peace.